It's Sunday morning. Sarah's gone to the market to sell all the soap, and I'm left to do the duties at home, which she normally does. So it's nice to keep my hand in. Something has happened here in the last week or so. We've got a new animal. Actually, we've got 7 new animals, and you guys can name one of them. But I'll take care of these horses and chooks first, and I'll go and show you these new animals that we have. So for the horses, they get a scoop of this muesli each, and some chaff. Looking for the scoop of the chaff each. And that's it. Let's grab both of these buckets and go and feed the horses. Actually, I don't need both because she split them up again yesterday. So I'll leave one here, take the other one out to Becky, feed her and let the chooks out, then go see Whiskey. Then I'll show you these new animals that we have. Where the horses were yesterday, where Becky is now, Whiskey was down there with her. So both of their feeders are down here. So I can't feed him yet. He's out over there. He's out there in his paddock. Fly mask on. Chooks are here. And Becky's walking, there she is. So both the feeders are on this gate here. I'll take one out to where Whiskey is and feed her. They don't get just that. They get, well, there's feed in the paddock and there's also hay in the paddock. So they've got plenty to eat out there. I'll sort these chickens out then go feed Willow. No, not Willow, Whiskey. Too many W's. Hello, chooks. Well, you've got one in there at the moment. In the nesting box right there. She's probably laying something now. I'll let these other ones out. They pretty much spend the day out here in the chicken run that we've got here. It's a fairly big chicken run for 5 chooks. They get some grass clippings, veggie scraps, obviously the pellets that they have. Now I'll go feed Whiskey and show you our new animals. Actually, before I do that, I'll just put the irrigation on for the veggie garden out the front. It's a pretty warm day yesterday. I'll need some water, I'd say. And this just goes onto a drip irrigation system right here. Just connect up the hose, heads out there, waters all the veggies. I'll let that go for about an hour, go and check it and turn it off. I'll do that every day or two. It's usually just go and check the dirt, dig down in the dirt a little bit where the drippers are and see if the dirt clumps together, and if it does, it's wet enough, don't do anything. If it doesn't, give it some water. Here's little Frankie. Frankie's been in the wars. Look down the side there. She had a bit of an altercation with Willow. See under there, she's got a drain in there. Got some stitches around there. They got into a bit of an argument, it seems, and Willow tore her a new one. So she's got, I'm not sure how many stitches, but they've been in there for about 4 or 5 days, I think. After about 10 days, I'll take that drain out, take the stitches out, and she should be good. But Willow, she knows she's in the bad books. Well, it's one of those things. It's just a sibling rivalry, I guess. Frankie will be fine. Just a few stitches. Didn't actually realise anything was wrong with her until Sarah saw a bit of what she thought was like a rusty water sort of thing on her neck. Pulled back the fur a bit and she's got about an inch wide gash in her skin where Willow had torn one. But she'll heal fine. She's doing really well now. But we have this situation that every time that we go out to do stuff with the animals, she tries to go under the gate just there, under the fence. But we can't have that because we don't want her to get all dirty. So I have to put her back inside. Come on, inside. Good girl. This is another one of our animals. This is Jazz. Jazz actually was born on this farm, I believe, well before we even bought the place. She belonged to the previous owners and they left. One day this cat came walking down the road and it was Jazz. I thought it was a feral cat until I saw the collar. we contacted the previous owners and said, hey, did you own a cat, a ginger cat? And they said, oh yeah, that'll be Jazz. So well, it's here. They came and got it. And then 2 weeks later, she came to live with us. She came back down the driveway and she loves it here. She's a good mouse catcher. She's certainly part of the family, aren't you, mate? Hey? Back to feeding the horses. Here's the bucket that I left out here a minute ago. It's got feed in it. Put it there. Put that there. And go and feed the other one. This is the backyard, back veggie garden. I'll just turn the sprinklers on for that. So there's there's veggies around the front of the greenhouse and around the back. And we've got sprinklers here and in the corners. Just turn that on and that will water the lot. We have bucket loads of tomatoes in here. So far I've made a heap of relish, and yesterday also made a heap of tomato sauce and gave it to the neighbours and stuff. It was good. Haven't made tomato sauce before, it was delicious. Alright, we're at Whiskey's little fence now. There he is. Come on, mate. The fence. Pour this into that. Come on, mate. You're not in a hurry. Quite the economy of effort over here, haven't you? Hey, there's your fly mask, keeping those flies off you. Look at those flies on him. The mask keeps it off his eyes. You can see out of it perfectly fine. Anyway, let's go show you our new animals. One of the things about living where we do is bloody flies. So many flies. We're surrounded by dairy farms. There's dairy all around there. It looks like a herd of milking cows over there at the moment. Then we've got our animals, of course, and it gets hot and dry in the summer here. So flies come. Just walking down to the back paddocks here, there's 7 new animals and you'll get to name one. So this is the first lot of animals that I'll show you. There's 6 down there. 6 sheep. These are all Aussie whites is what they're called. They're a meat sheep. They are a shedding sheep. And we've shot another video about these, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll show you these up more up and close, I guess. And we'll tell you what we're doing with them. But for the other ones, or the other one you'll get to name, I'm going to need to entice them a little bit. We've had dairy goats for some time now. We don't milk them for commercial gain, as in sell the milk. We use that milk to drink ourselves, and also in the goat milk soap that Sarah makes. But as generations move on, you need to bring new blood into that. You can't have the bucks joining with their daughters and granddaughters. You just can't do that. It's not the right thing to do. So with meat animals, it doesn't matter so much because you will generally eat the lambs or whatever before they get to age. But here, with the dairy animals, we need to bring new bloodlines in. So we've got a new buck, and we haven't named him, and usually that's up to me. The first buck we had, his name was Rennie. Second buck was Hakuba, and then Ramen. And they're the 2 bucks that you've seen already in other videos. But the new one, we've had to bring him in from another farm. He's a good little buck. He's a bit shy, which is why I've got the leaves. So hopefully we'll see him here. They're all coming over because they've seen the leaves. These are all the mamas. These are a couple of the wethers down there. That one over there, she's not sick or anything, that's just Gloria. She's pretty much retired now. So, and she's also incredibly antisocial. But if we look in the back there, there's a little one over there. We've got him in with the does at the moment. If he joins, we'll deal with that later. There he is there with a bit of blue rope around his neck. He's a bit shy, he's only just been weaned from his mum. and we need to name him. So all the goats here, all the male goats, I name them. So this one here is a wether, and this one here is a wether, and that one there is a wether, and this one here, a wether is a male goat with no nuts. He's been nutted. So he's Noah nonads. This one here is Peanut. That one over there is Chewy, as in Chewbacca. Oh, this one here too, I forgot about him. This little one here, his neck's all fused up. When he was born, he was one of the first animals that we had born on the farm. And I said to Sarah, don't really want to keep him because he's not much good. And I said, if he can feed himself, well, he can feed himself and he can stay. Well, he's a resilient little bugger and he stayed fine. And we actually named him Hodor, off that character of Game of Thrones. But this little fella here is the one that we're interested in. This little one here. We want to name him. I'm going to let that up to you guys. So I'd like to see if you've got an idea what we should call that little one. Let me know. Look at them all coming over for the willow branches. Who wants this, girls? Hey, who wants this? You want that? There you go. Get that in there. There he is, the little fella down the back there. He's getting in amongst it. He's certainly not scared. He gets knocked around a little bit from the bigger animals, especially the ones with the horns. You want this, boys? Come on. Come on, Hodor. I know you want it. There you have it, Peanut. So, he's a Saanen animal, Saanen goat. That's the breed that he is. He's a purebred Saanen. That's him right there. And of course, when he's a little bit bigger, he'll get to go and hang out with the big boys in the new buck paddock that we've got over there. There's the two new fellas there, or two old fellas, I should say, sitting over there. Let us know what you'd like to call that new buck kid. I've got some ideas. Generally, we go with Japanesey stuff, but it doesn't have to be. Let us know what you think. Put a comment down the bottom, give him a name, and we'll draw that name out within the next month, I'd say. All right, guys, catch you later.